Let's hook this thing up and see if it works. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. If you're new here, it's the Fixed Roof Coop channel. Do-it-yourselfer, review some tools, at-home tools, content about the C5 Corvette, and as well as my 1951 Chevrolet style line. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Central Pneumatic Sandblaster from Harbor Freight. I just purchased it a little while ago, have yet to open it. I have some rusty rims that I kind of want to get taken care of that go on the 51, so that way when I get the front end all redone and I get new tires, new white walls on there, I can get them aligned, get them cleaned up, make them look nice, things like that. I've never owned a sandblaster before, so this is my first time opening and experiencing one, putting it together, reading the instructions, etc. I've only ever used a sandblasting cabinet once, and that was to clean up the emblems that go on the front of the 51 just after I painted it. So today, we'll hook it up to the air compressor. I got some plywood outside. I'll make like a little kind of blasting area, and I'm gonna blast the rust off those rims a little bit, and we'll give it a little test run. It won't be a review, it'll just be an unveiling of it, unboxing of it, first look at it, and a test run. And then over the time, obviously maybe I'll come back to it in a year or two, and more stuff that I do, we'll do a review on it. So let's go. Just for clarification, this is Harbor Freight's Central Pneumatic 20-pound pressurized abrasive. Harbor Freight's Central Pneumatic 20-pound pressurized abrasive blaster. PSI working pressure is anywhere from 60 to 125, and it uses anywhere from 6 to 25 CFMs. Holds 20 pounds of abrasive material, which they do sell there. I thought it was going to come with a handle, but I guess it is only a ball valve type fitting, which, whatever, that works for me. Okay, so we have it out of the box. Came with a sweet hat, as you saw me in the time lapse. A tank, some legs for the tank, I assume. Some hoses, a box full of, or a package full of fittings. I'm not too sure what that is. Maybe a filter of some sort. Some instructions. I thought it was going to come with like a gun almost, but doesn't look like it did. Maybe it's like just a ball valve type release to start blasting, but we'll get into it. Let's put it together. These assembly instructions are absolutely horrendous. So if you're gonna put this together, the instructions, just throw them in the trash. You're literally better off to just look at the picture on the box. It makes it so much easier to put together if you are just gonna put it together the way it comes. There are ways to use these fittings the opposite way, to put a gauge on top, a pressure gauge. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna use the pressure gauge that's on my air compressor. But for tool-wise, the Phillips or flathead for the hose clamps. I used a pipe wrench to tighten the pipe that goes into the actual main tank. An adjustable wrench, a 14 mil, and a 17 mil. It comes with Teflon to put it together, and it has these little adapters that go in the end here. There is a little rubber grommet that comes with it that holds tension on here. Otherwise, if you put it on without the grommet, these just flop around and won't seal very well. So I hope that I put it together right. I think I did. Let's fill it with some sand. I did buy some sand, well, some abrasive material, and go set up a little bit of some sort of blasting area, and we'll put it to work. So these are the factory style wheels. Well, I think they are. I was told they are, to the 51 Chevy. As you can see, they are pretty rusty in there, and I didn't want to hit them with a wire wheel, so I decided to get the sandblaster to tweak them up a little bit. So let's grab one of these, go put it in a little makeshift sandblasting cabinet that I made. Nothing spectacular, just some plywood to catch some of the sand. And we'll hook it up and see how it works. While I was at Harbor Freight, I had purchased, I don't know how much this is, 50 pounds of their black oxide 70 grit blast media. Okay, so I filled roughly half, a little bit less than half of the blaster up. Put the lid on. We'll hook it up to the compressor over here. And we'll go outside and give it a little test run. Let's hook this thing up and see if it works. I don't know what that was all about, But, yeah. Huh. Must have not hooked it back up last time. I talked to my friend that has one. He usually has it at anywhere from 80 to 100 PSI, but he has a gauge on his. So I'm going to start here at about 70, because my compressor at 90 PSI puts out 11.5 SCFMs constantly. So it says anywhere from 6 to 25. So we'll run it there for now and see how it does abrasive-wise. The air's hooked up. The tank is on. The air compressor tank, that is. So let's put pressure to the tank, see if there's any leaks. Okay, so the tank is now pressurized. This line is not. This is closed, right? Yeah, off. So we'll put pressure, this line, that's pressurized. So there's no flow out of here yet, and there's no flow out of there yet. So this is completely pressurized. Let's see what my compressor's at. So there's no airflow yet, and the compressor's at 70 PSI. I'm actually going to bump it up to closer to 80. And we'll just bring it to 80. We'll send it there, see how it works. They make a mess, so grab the respirator from painting and some glasses just in case. Let's give it a try again. Clean it off a little bit. Definitely works. I don't know what the surge is about. It was definitely like spray surging. So it would like spray normal amounts and then all of a sudden it would blast a whole ton. I don't know if that's just my compressor. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research on it, but I mean, it definitely does work. You can see where it blasted it down. That was kind of just going all over the place. I didn't have any rhyme or reason. I was just taking off the majority of the big rust, but definitely it works. I don't know how good it is, but probably could just have done the same thing with a wire wheel. Found out why it surges. This is your media to air mixture. So we adjusted the diverter valve under here, which controls how much media goes to air. And Grace wanted to give it a try. That thing actually goes over your head. But it's actually working a lot better now that we have somewhat of a consistency mix. And it seems to be alleviating and getting rid of all the rust. It definitely does work. It's not super abrasive. Probably have to adjust with the pressure a little bit more and mix with it a little bit to get it to really take everything off. But for the money spent, it does work. First time really playing with one, so I'm not sure what to do. And take some playing around with and some experimenting to get all the pressures right and get it to work right. So I hope that helps you. It does work. I don't know if it's worth the money. It might be worth it to get a better top grade one or a complete blast cabinet. I'm not sure. You make that decision. Hope this helps you. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. We'll see you again soon.